Good morning, students. So now we'll be doing types of companies. Okay, types of companies. Yesterday you have already studied about joint stock company. So now we'll be talking about types of companies. So on the basis of public interest, the companies, they are divided into three parts: private company, public company, and one person company, or OPC. So let's start with the first one, that is private company. So according to section 268, 68 in bracket, according to section 268 of this Indian Companies Act 2013, how a private company is defined? It is defined as the company which has minimum paid up capital, which has the minimum capital of at least rupees 1 lakh or more than that. At least that much. That means 1 lakh is needed to start this business. Okay. Then if we talk about some of its features, then first one is number of members. Okay, we will discuss about it later. Then if we talk about these features, then in short I can tell you the number of members which are required, minimum number of members which are required to start this business is 2, and the maximum number is 200. Okay, then it prohibits the transfer of shares. The shares of these company cannot be either bought or sold directly in the open market. Okay. Then if we talk about liability, the liability of these members of this company are always limited. Then it suffixes the word private limited, PVT.Ltd, and if it's not there, if this private limited is not written with the company's name, then that will be considered as a public company. Then here you can read, a private company is defined as a company by its articles of association. So this articles of association, same way there is one more, memorandum of association. So these are some of the documents which are required to be submitted. Okay, which are required to be submitted. So if we talk about articles of association means, you can say, the rules and regulations for the internal management of the company. Okay, whatever rules and regulations they are following, that has to be given to the registrar. Okay, and if we talk about memorandum of association, they are the rights, privileges, or the powers of the company. What type of rights the companies are having, that is MOA, and AOA means rules and regulations. Okay, then privileges of private company. The first one is easy formation. As I said, only 2 members are required. The minimum number of members, it is only 2. So with just 2 members, the company can be started. No need to issue prospectus. A private company, it need not has to file a prospectus or statement in lieu of this prospectus with the registrar. It need not to invite the public for the shares. Then allotment of shares. Now what is allotment of shares? Allotment of shares means either creating and issuing the new shares to either the old shareholders or the existing shareholders, you can say, or the new shareholders. Okay. Then starting of business. It can start the business as soon as it's incorporated. That means a private company is not required to seek the certificate of commencement. Okay. Like public company, a private company can start its business from the day of incorporation. As soon as it gets registered, it can start its business. Then board of directors. Only 2 directors minimum. Okay, and maximum it is 15. Number of directors, it is 2 and 15. Not required to keep the index of the members. This index of the members means they don't have to keep each and every information related to the partners. Then comes public company. Public company, according to section 271. According to section 271 of the Companies Act, you can say the public company, first thing, it's obvious it's not a private company, and the minimum capital should be at least 5 lakh or higher than that. Minimum capital, the difference, in private company it was 1 lakh, but in public it is now 5 lakhs. Then minimum number of members, in that it was 2 and 200. 2 to 200, and here it is 7 to unlimited, no limit on maximum. And then another difference is it can invite the public to subscribe to its shares. Okay, then a private company which is subsidiary of public company is treated as a public company. Okay, if it is not a private company, then obviously it's going to be a public company. Then one person company. So according to section 262, just keep these sections in mind. Private company, it is 268. Public company, it is 271 in bracket. And then one person company according to 262 of the Indian Companies Act 2013. So one person company means a company which has only one person as a member. Only one person as a member. So the status of one person company shall be private company. Okay, so one person company, it is a hybrid of sole proprietor, you can say, and a company form of organization which has been provided with the relaxed requirements under the act. Okay, and wherever the name of the company shall be mentioned, it should be noted that the word one person company must be written in that along with the name of the company, as same in the private company they are writing private limited. So for becoming OPC, it should follow the following conditions. Only one following conditions, like only one natural person who is a citizen and resident of India can be the member of OPC. The member has to be the citizen and the resident of India. And second is minimum share capital of 1 lakh. The capital which is required to start the business, that should be at least 1 lakh. Okay. Then next is it can be either formed for the business or the charitable purpose, and cannot convert the public company or private company at least for a period of 2 years. Then, so before going to this differences, let's revise. In private company, section 268, minimum paid up capital is 1 lakh to more than that. Then number of members 2 to 200. Then public, section 271, minimum paid up capital 5 lakh. Then number of members 7 to unlimited. One person company, minimum capital at least 1 lakh. Then one person company should be written as a suffix. Then let's come to the differences between public company and private company. Number of members. So this I have already told. 7 unlimited in public, and private 2 to 200. Minimum number of directors. Minimum number of directors in private companies, it is 2. Okay, and in public company it is 3. Index of members. As I already told, private company, they don't need to prepare this index. They don't need to keep the index of the members, but public company should have this. Transfer of shares. In private company, the shares and debentures cannot be shared. It cannot be sold in the market, open market. But in public company, there is no such restriction. Then, invitation to public. Yes, it can. Public company can invite the public. Private company cannot invite the public. So these were some of the basic differences. Then this last topic, choice of form of business enterprise, has been removed from your syllabus. So these were types of companies on the basis of their public interest. So before ending this, let me tell you that there are some basic documents of the company. As I said, memorandum of association, articles of association, and prospectus. Memorandum of association, it is the most important document of a company, okay, which tells the rights, powers, privileges, everything of the company. Then articles of associations, they are the basic rules and regulations relating to the management of the company. Basic rules and regulations related to the internal management of the company. Then prospectus. Prospectus may be defined as any notice, or you can say advertisement, or any other document which invite the offers from the public for the purchase of their shares and debentures, okay, for making deposits. Then you can say a prospectus is issued by the company to the public to raise funds. Understood? So these are some of the documents which are needed by the company.